if you have children, or you're going to have children, here's the lesson to be learned. If I give a young man or a young woman 3 things to do, it's unlikely to happen. If I tell them to make their bed, to do their homework, and take the trash out, I'm likely to find the homework inside the trash resting in the bed. Because that's how human beings work. And you simply do not outgrow it. Good leaders do this. They give you one clear goal. One clear goal, and you follow that. So 5 rules is too many rules. You can't do a checklist of 5. By the time you get to the 5th one, what happened to 1 and 2? They're gone. So we need to talk about what's important. There are only 2 rules that really matter: trigger discipline and muzzle discipline. But one is more important than the other. How many of you believe it to be trigger discipline? How many of you believe it to be muzzle discipline? So thank you. Now I can relax because you know the important rule. And the reason for this is guns always fail. That's an absolute rule. If you practice hard enough, if you shoot enough, if you've got a Dremel tool, if you load your own ammo, your gun will fail. It is a mechanical instrument, so it should be pointed in a safe direction. Your trigger verification is a bit of a problem too. When you got out of the car this morning, how many of you did this? Because you got a gun on. Did you do that consciously? Did it subconsciously? What force science clearly showed was that under high pressure, people will touch the trigger no matter what we do. Your firearms instructors, what's your number 1 call on the line? Get your finger off the trigger. People are simply not aware of touching the trigger. So therefore, it's not under conscious control. You can yell as much as you want, but I'll guarantee you this: if you give me 5 minutes, I can make you do it too. The SAS, which is one of the highest trained counterterrorism groups in the world, has done really good work, touch their trigger in shoot houses under high-speed footage. So I know what from that information. I do it, and all of you do it. You will touch your trigger no matter what we do if you're under enough pressure. So muzzle discipline rules them all, pointed in a safe direction. If you want to stay in my class, only handle guns at the line, only handle guns pointed towards the berm. It's the only rule that matters. Don't do it behind the line. There's no safety circle like NRA. You may not do it. You can't pull the gun in and out like you're in law enforcement. Simply handle the gun at the line, point in the safe direction. If I ask you to take your finger off the trigger, the only 2 words I want to hear from you is thank you. I don't want to hear any other stuff because it's going to be excuses. I don't need an explanation. I've clearly told you why you touched the trigger. I told you it's not under your ability. So as your coach, my job is to see what you can't see. And I want you to be grateful in the moment that somebody cared enough to tell you to do the right thing so that you can learn a lesson. If you lack gratitude, you will never learn a lesson.